And we're live.
What's up, Mudpuppies? Welcome
Yeah.
to a special episode of the Cryptid Files.
Yeah.
Tonight we are doing our Halloween special. Tonight's episode is going to be about shadow games.
Extra spooky.
So this is going to be a good one. It's going to be fun. Yeah, in honor of Halloween, last year we did the Pagan Origins, which was really, really cool. So tonight we're going to get more Halloween-y. We're going to talk about shadow games. So all the fun, spooky rituals and summoning games that you can play with your friends and probably shouldn't play with your friends or anybody for that matter. But we're going to tell you all about them. And viewer discretion. We do not condone, endorse, or support playing any of these games.
Well, some of them.
Well, some of them are harmless, but a lot of them are not. So don't play the ones that might.
Most of them are harmless, I think. Some of them, I have some roots for some of them that are actually kind of fucked up. But it's an interesting topic.
Any of the games that will possibly result in your death, we do not condone.
Yes. Yeah. Don't die.
Yes.
Well, I mean, everybody's going to die eventually, but just not from this. Try not to die from anything we tell you to do.
Yeah, or not to do. Just try not to die.
Don't do things
that will kill you.
That you got ideas from us about that will kill you.
And if you do things that you got ideas from us about, don't tell anybody you got the ideas from us.
Yes. After you died.
Yeah. All right, Charlie, you want to tell people what shadow games are?
Oh, I thought you were going to ask me how the fuck I'm doing, but never mind.
I asked you that yesterday. This is
okay, I know, but it's kind of what we do.
All right, how are you doing, Charlie? What happened between last night and tonight?
Fuck you, that's how I'm doing. How are you doing?
Fuck you too, Charlie.
Cool, perfect. All right, yeah, so we're talking about shadow games, right? You know those games that you play... Well, you played when you were at sleepovers, like you say Bloody Mary in the mirror 3 times, and everybody's like, what the fuck? Like Ouija board type games, you know, like spooky games you play with your friends, where you guys think you're gonna die and everybody says what the fuck, blah blah blah. South Park did an episode on them. It was pretty funny. But yeah, so they have different like cultural roots though too. Right. So the modern versions that we know from, you know, childhood sleepovers and shit, kind of exploded only in the past century, but that doesn't, you know, that's not the roots of the actual shadow games, right?
Right.
People have been forming games or rituals, right, to glimpse the spirit world for, you know, a millennium.
Right.
You know? So in ancient Greece, let's start there, right? Ancient Greece and Rome, they used bowls of water or mirrors to see spirits.
Yes,
right?
through scrying.
Yes, scrying. Right. Well, it's kind of different. Scrying was medieval Renaissance time period, where they used same thing, reflective surfaces or crystals, and they had structured rules. Which kind of developed into like the shadow game things. And through like the 16 and 1800s too, people would use kids would start using apple peels and mirrors to see future spouses, and there were examples of playful ritual curiosities, right? But there's the one common trend throughout history with these games, and it's always been reflections. Right? It's been reflections and uncontrollable aspects. Right? So things that can be altered either by temperature, light, fog, mist, you know, anything that was kind of open to the environment altering. Was incorporated into a lot of these shadow games or rituals, right?
Cool.
Which we find in ghost hunting too, though, because that's the whole premise of most like spirit boxes. You know, they use either like temperature or radio signals or EMF or, you know, different shit to get that data that we use for communication.
Yes.
And so that's pretty much what you're doing when you're playing these spirit games. You're
finding some way to
you're trying to contact the dead or a different spirit in some way, shape, or form. And whether it's as vivid as you think it is from hearing these games, or are you just scaring yourself, or are you actually making contact with something? So that's what we're going to explore a little bit tonight. But yeah, so those were the games before the games that I was talking about. And it turned into, you know, seances and mirror rituals became parts of like social entertainment. Young people, like kids and teenagers, used to use mirror games to like see their true loves first in like the 1600s.
Interesting.
And then I'll talk about that a little bit first, girls would actually use mirrors, right?
Right.
And candlelit light and apple peels they would apparently make them see their true love, but every now and then they'd see like an evil ghost face, and it would be a bad omen.
Interesting.
Right? And that's when it first kind of cracked into the entire evil spirit shadow game thing happened.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So it was kind of like the first era we had ritual recreation.
Okay.
Which is also kind of the same era as like Salem witch trials in early America.
Yes.
So it's interesting that we see ritual recreation popping up the same time we were burning people for being witches.
Right.
Kind of go hand in hand. But yeah, no, super cool. And then we had the 21st century like internet rituals, which a lot of them are completely, bullshit creepypasta stuff.
Right.
But that being said, even the bullshit creepypasta ones are incorporating factors from that earlier, ritual seance era.
Right.
That they don't even know they are.
Right.
Right? So, yeah, there might be creepy shit happening when people do things like this. Right? Because no matter what, you are trying to contact the dead.
Right.
And you are using the correct tools. Now,
by accident.
By accident. Just because that's how legends have been passed down.
Right.
Right? So we had like a whole era recently within the last, 20 years, the internet era, where ritual seance was just kind of getting passed through Reddit and Discord.
Yeah, and it's now fun.
And it's now fun.
4chan and creepypastas and all that other stuff.
And so now we have this whole, era of it. So there's a couple reasons why people play these games.
For the thrill? Because they're stupid?
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's facing fears in a controlled environment releases tension. Similar to watching horror films.
Right.
So it's like it's like a natural, like psychological, like
it's an adrenaline rush.
Yeah, adrenaline rush, but it's controlled and you feel a little bit more safe because you're in a controlled environment.
Right.
So you think.
Right.
Social bonding, you're with a group of people, and it's also
all doing the scary thing together.
All doing the scary thing together. There's a little bit more peer pressure in there.
Right.
And it's also got that like alpha, like I have to show how brave I am in the pack type deal too.
Right.
Which happens at, 8th graders when they group up together at night. And it gives people a little bit... one of the biggest questions that we always have in life is death. You know, what happens in, like, the afterlife. And it's a way for people to almost feel like they have a window that they can look through and see some type of real reaction. And whether that is the reaction they're looking for, there is still some type of, like, spiritual recognition that happens when you do these weird shadow games.
Yes.
Because believe it or not, you are recreating a lot of the original rituals that people used. So that's a good background. Should we start diving into some of them?
Let's take a short break.
Okay,
super short. When we come back, we're gonna rip into all of these shadow games.
Okay, cool. All right, we will be right back, guys. Yes.
See you in a couple seconds.
See you in a couple seconds.
Welcome back, Mudpuppies.
Yes, welcome back.
It is time to dive into these shadow games.
Yeah, and I think it's only fitting that we start with probably the most popular shadow game.
The one that everyone learned in kindergarten.
Yes, Bloody Mary. So this is, let me give a quick premise on it, right? You stand in front of a mirror in a darkened room, usually illuminated by like a candle or a few candles or whatever you want to do.
Right.
Right. You chant Bloody Mary sometimes, depending on what Discord server you're on, either 3, 7, or 13 times. Right. And the spirit of Mary is said to appear in the mirror, sometimes covered in blood, screaming, or attacking the summoner.
Right.
There's a bunch of versions that vary here. Some say that you have to spin around between each chant. Others add specific phrases like, I believe in Bloody Mary.
Right.
The result is usually meant to be a jump scare or a psychological dare that you get someone to do.
So a little bit that I learned with that too, because I've noticed that a lot of shadow games have some level of reward, and most of them have some level of punishment for fucking up.
Yeah.
There's a couple accounts of the Bloody Mary game that the reward is that she just stays in the mirror. Like basically what it is if you're a good person and you play Bloody Mary, she just appears to you, and then disappears.
Oh.
If you're a bad person and you play Bloody Mary, she's said to appear, like she's not in the mirror, she's behind you and you're seeing the reflection, and she'll gouge your eyes out.
Which is weird because Bloody Mary historically was a terrible fucking person.
Yep. So that's I guess in this version of the tale is that like she's now cursed to like she's repenting by going after bad people to summon her. Yeah. So the whole game is it's less of a just do it, and then you do it and bad things happen. Like there's a reason behind wanting to do it. It's like to prove that you're a good person. And when she just pops in the mirror and looks at you and then disappears again, it's like you have a clean soul. Yeah. But if she shows up behind you because you did bad things, you're fucked. Yeah,
I don't know how much I believe that part just from Bloody Mary's history of being a fucking like almost borderline serial killer.
I mean, she was the
not borderline
queen that killed all the Protestants, or she was a Protestant queen that killed all the Catholics. I forget.
She killed it was like fucking hundreds of people. I forget. It was some religious shit.
Yeah, though. It was one. She was on one side of Christianity and killed the other.
Yeah. So once again, let's just talk about mirrors real quick. So the component ties directly to ancient mirror folklore, which I talked about with like the Romans and Greece and throughout history. Mirrors were once believed to be portals or soul traps. In many cultures, mirrors were covered after a death. Or like a deceased spirit wouldn't get, so they wouldn't get trapped or appear.
Right.
So when somebody died, they'd cover all the mirrors.
Right. Make sure the soul gets to heaven and not pulled into a mirror.
Yeah, and I actually knew that because when I was playing like oldie time video games, there was one that was like Vampire News when there was a bunch of dead people. They had the mirrors covered up in the room, and I was like, oh, why? And I was like, oh, fuck. That was like an actual tradition people did back then.
Yeah.
But the idea that a reflection could show spirits or futures dates back to, Greece and Rome.
Right.
So it's been a long fucking way. So let's talk about Mary herself, right?
Is Bloody Mary Queen of Scots?
She's Mary the First of England.
Okay, so maybe it's not Mary Queen of Scots.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's a lot of Marys in England.
Yeah, no. So she reigned from 1553 to 1558, and she was known for executing hundreds of Protestants.
There it is, Catholic queen.
Her violent reputation gave rise to the nickname Bloody Mary. Over time, ghost stories associated her restless spirits with blood and mirrors, particularly since mirrors symbolize vanity and judgment.
Okay.
Which, again, I would not... If I was going to figure out who I am as a person, she is not the person I would ask.
No.
For, like, a thing of care, There's some shit where people talked about there being, like... some like Bloody Mary folklore with her actually being a witch or a murdered woman or girl who died violently. I kind of attest those to people who spread the creepypasta story without knowing history.
Right.
But
as we see with a lot.
Yeah, as we see a lot. So let's talk about the psychology behind this one. Mm-hmm. Low light and prolonged staring cause something called the Troxler effect. Mm-hmm. So your brain fades and distorts parts of your reflection.
So you start to see the bloody tears that people talk about, or your eyes disappear.
Yeah, so you're seeing your own reflection, but your brain is trying to put together a bit of the puzzle that you
can't see in the dark.
Visually see in the dark.
Right.
So it's a lot of it is just visual effects happening. And the fear suggestion, basically, you may actually be seeing a ghostly bloody face because you're so terrified.
That your brain is creating
Your brain is seeing
because it wants
this
to.
lack of information and saying, I need information here, what the fuck?
And you're so scared, and that's what you're visualizing in your head that your brain's doing it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and we talked about this before. I was, the pareidolia effect, right? Where you basically create faces.
Right. In the dark, yeah.
In the dark. We have this natural human instinct to try to make faces out of everything we see.
Face means friend.
Face means friend. Or sometimes face means enemy.
Means foe.
Yeah.
Face means thing is there.
So, but yeah, so Bloody Mary just became like a staple to like sleepovers and shit like that for, you know.
Did you ever play Bloody Mary?
I have.
Have you?
Did not see Bloody Mary.
I was always afraid to do it, so I never did it.
Really?
As an adult, now I'd probably do it.
God,
like, just
you have zero confidence.
But, no. As an adult now, I would. But when I learned how to play it, I was in like kindergarten, and when I was in kindergarten, I was afraid of everything. I was a very scared child.
So. I did it at my grandmother's house with my aunt, who's not much older than I am. Super weird situation there. But anyways, didn't see Bloody Mary. I just felt stupid spinning in a circle 3 times saying Bloody Mary in a mirror. Yeah.
But you know, there's another legend that if you go to your bathroom at 3 a.m. and say Bloody Mary loudly 7 times.
Yeah.
Your dad will wake up and tell you to shut the fuck up and go back to bed.
Oh, no way. I think I may have found that legend before, too. Shut the fuck up! No way. All right, that's Bloody Mary. You want to move on next one?
So I've got here the Devil's Handshake.
Okay,
tell
me about it.
Devil's Handshake. You sit alone in a dark room and close your eyes and extend your hand like you're going for a handshake.
Why does the room have to be dark if I'm closing my eyes?
You remain that way frozen until you feel a cold hand grab yours. Shake the hand while your eyes are still closed and then release it before opening your eyes, and you've won the game. So, if you play this correctly and you win, your reward is you get respect from the devil because you just shook his hand, and he will protect you from all of his minions. So he won't fuck with your life. He won't be the devil to you anymore because he's like, that guy's pretty cool.
Yeah.
If you open your eyes, don't shake his hand. Let go before shaking his hand or any other way that you fuck up and don't do this properly. He will leave a minion with you for the rest of your life.
Oh, so if I open my eyes, do I get to see him?
You'll see him, but you're fucked.
What do you mean I'm fucked?
You're just living with a devil for the rest of your life.
Dude, I doubt the devil would waste his fucking time on me. I'm saying this guy.
If you put in the effort to summon him to your house and then fucked up the ritual, I think he'd be pretty pissed off.
I don't think he would show up, honestly. I don't, like, that's a big call. That's like more, that's like, you know, if I just happen to have the president's phone number. In fact, you know, it was like, oh, would he answer the phone? Fuck no, you know? Like,
that. But that's the devil's handshake.
All right, cool. Let me get Donnie T's phone number right now, and I'll call him up. We'll see if he answers. It's fucking, there's no fucking way. And then, like, pretty sure the devil's much bigger than the fucking, you know, U.S. president. So, you know.
But yeah, that's the devil's handshake.
But, damn.
Yeah,
that's wild.
It's a simple one.
It's very simple. Yeah, there's no mirrors, no nothing.
Nothing. You just sit in the dark.
Sit in the dark room with the eyes closed. Do I have to be a certain time of night or something?
Just at night in the dark.
Just at night in the dark, just sit there like this.
Yeah, and you have to wait because sometimes it does. Sometimes it.
How long am I fucking waiting there?
As long as it takes,
dude. Okay, imagine
So that's part of it too, is the patience. Because if you initiate, right? I can do it now because we're not alone in the room, so I can sit and be like, haha, haha, haha. I'm not pissing anybody off. But if you weren't in this room and I did it, I'd have to sit there and wait. Because the minute I open my eyes, put my hand back down, do anything to then break that contact, I've lost the game. Because I've like. Oh fuck! I lost the game. I've initiated, like I've opened the door for him by doing this.
Yeah.
If I close that door before he walks through or anything else, it's offensive, and now he's gonna be like, "Go fuck that guy up."
Yeah.
And send one of his minions. So you got to commit because you could be sitting there for 5 minutes or 5 hours, and the only way the game ends is if he shakes your hand or it becomes morning.
Seems like bullshit.
Most of these are.
Yeah. But next. All right. So this one's I found super cool. Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
This comes from a movie.
This doesn't. It comes from way before a movie, and the movie made it.
Oh, okay.
Made a thing off of it, right? So the game involves a group trying to levitate a person using only their fingertips while chanting them around.
Light as a feather and feet forward.
Yes. So one person lies flat on the ground, right? 4 or 5 others kneel around them, placing their index and middle fingers beneath them, and one person starts leading the chant. Usually it's light as a feather, stiff as a board. After several rounds, they try to lift the person, and often it's surprisingly easy and works.
Okay.
So...
with just their fingertips.
Just their fingertips, right? So some versions add some mock ritual elements to it.
Right. That's when they're saying the whole, like, she's dying.
Yeah.
She's sick. Right.
Yeah. So they do, like, weird stuff like that, or they pretend to draw, like, a circle of power, saying a prayer.
Right.
Invoking a spirit to raise the body.
Right.
The room's normally dimly lit with candles or flashlights, which build tension and focus, right?
Right.
So this one doesn't have medieval or occult origins. Okay. It's folk illusion ritual. So the earliest recorded reference is from the 17th century England. Mentioned by Samuel Pepys in his 1665 diary.
His soda sucks.
What?
His soda's just...
Pepsi?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I don't mind Pepsi, too. Pretty good.
Yeah, but
and Mountain Dew.
But like,
Pepsi product.
There's so many
Baja Blast
out there.
All right. Anyways, so he describes girls at a gathering attempting to lift one another with fingers and chanting the words to make the body light as air. This shows it's hundreds of years old and far older than the modern like sleepover myth that we have.
Right.
So during the Victorian era, interest in seances and levitation phenomena kind of like spread like throughout the area. And this game resurfaced as a parlor trick inspired by those spiritualist demonstrations. Right. Blending childlike wonder with the supernatural. In the medieval revival, the game exploded in popularities in the 1970s and 90s, especially after appearing in media like The Craft in 1996, right? The movie you're talking about. Yeah. A ghost and ghost story books. Today, it's often done as a witchy bonding game at sleepovers, such as Bloody Mary. Right. Why it works?
So it does work.
It does.
I've never played.
So the sense that the person becomes light as a feather can be explained by basic physics and group coordination. Right. So the illusion after each lifter uses 2 fingers. That's 8 to 10 fingers total. Right. From everybody. Right. A person weighing about 120 pounds, because this is done for, like, you know...
You pick the lightest one in the group.
Yes. Yeah. Meaning each finger only needs to support about 10 to 15 pounds. Right. Right? So that's quite doable if everyone lifts at the same time. Now, the chanting creates rhythmic synchronization. Light as a feather. Right. Yeah, so everybody moves in unison. Focus and tension increases adrenaline and physical coordination, making the lift smooth and strong. Dim lighting and suggestion make it feel more mystical and weightless.
Right, okay.
Right? So the magic comes from group psychology, biomechanics, and timing. Not spirits. Yeah. And that's exactly what gives it its eerie charm. Okay. Super cool. It actually works. And it's classified as a mock ritual game. Okay. Right? So it's half play, half performance. Right. And the person lying down is often treated as dead, and the chant raises them, right. Echoing funeral rites and resurrection myths. But yeah, no, it's super cool. I was like, oh, it does work. I didn't know it like worked because I've never done it before or seen it before. But then I watched videos online of people actually doing it, and I was like, wow, yeah, everybody's lifting, you know, this person with 2 fingers.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it does actually work, and it is spooky to watch, but it's totally explainable by physics and biomechanics.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, fun.
Neat.
Cool.
All right, so I've got here Dry Bones.
Okay.
This one's fun. Not really. So, this game is played at 12:01 a.m. alone. So you can't have any buddies with this one. You can't have any friends. You got to do this by yourself. Yeah. Every door in your house has to be locked and secured. So that includes cabinets, drawers, dressers. Every single door has to be closed.
Even the broken doors?
All the doors. The house has to be, everything has to be closed and secure. All your lights.
Wait, doors. It doesn't say drawers.
Doors, yes.
So drawers are fine. This can be open.
I guess.
Windows?
So, if it's a door window, yes.
That window.
No. But it says everything has to be closed and secured, so I imagine probably.
Everything has to be closed and secured.
Yeah.
Everything.
I guess so.
It's like that.
Probably. All right. So, all your lights and electronics have to be off in your house as well. Sit in silence and wait. If you hear anything, leave immediately. The game is fucked. Get out. Don't come back until morning. If the house stays silent, you can proceed into the game. Light a match and let it burn itself out. It has to burn for 15 seconds. If it burns out before 15 seconds, you can light another match and start again. If it gets blown out, you've failed. And you've lost the game now. And you'll lose. I'll tell you what happens when you lose when we get to this. If it burns out after 15 seconds, you may continue. After it burns out, you lie on the floor and you say, I'm aware of my presence and I welcome you into my home, but not into my body. Come now. Then move to the largest room of your house, hide, and wait. A lot of waiting. When Dry Bones is ready, you'll hear him moaning in your house. If you hear any other sounds, talking, banging, anything, get the fuck out of the house. The game is fucked. Don't come back till morning.
Really?
Yeah.
What is the talking?
Only want to hear moaning. If you hear anything else, get the fuck out of the house. Don't come back till morning.
Okay.
Game is fucked. You summoned the wrong thing.
Okay.
Just like if you hear anything before you tell Dry Bones to appear, you summon the wrong thing. Get the fuck out. Don't come back till morning. All right. So once you hear him moaning,
I feel like I may have lost this game unintentionally, just with the power out before.
Yeah.
So, let a match. Fuck. Okay. Let another one. Fuck. Oh, I'm cursed.
All right. So once you hear him moaning, that means he's playing. Stay hidden until 3 a.m. If he doesn't find you, you can come out at 3 a.m. and say, thank you for playing, but please leave now. You are no longer welcome here. Mm-hmm. Game is over. So if you win, Dry Bones will grant you one wish as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. So you can wish for a new car, you can wish for a new house, you can wish for something, and it will make it happen by the next morning. So if you want to win a new house or something, you'll get a call sometime the next day. Hey man, you just inherited a house, blah, 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 whatever, you get your house. Yeah. As long as you don't harm anybody, he will do it. If you fail, you blow the match out, he finds you, anything like that, you leave a door open, he will torture you for eternity. And there's a danger element to this game beyond the failure. Yeah. That is, even if you do win the game, Dry Bones will now just come and visit you whenever he feels like. He won't be able to harm you unless you're playing, but you will see him in your house. Oh. Because he's just like, you let me in, so I'm going to come back. It's a nice house.
What if I move?
I don't know if he's attached to you or the house. That wasn't really clear.
Dude, I would rent an Airbnb for this.
And just let people play Dry Bones all the time?
Yeah.
Yikes, dude.
Dry Bones Airbnb.
So that's the game of Dry Bones. Oh. Have you ever played Dry Bones?
No.
Neither have I.
No,
I don't think I would want to.
Why?
The risk is not worth the reward.
Fuck it, dude. How long's eternity?
Forever?
Dude, forever's just a joke fucking dead people tell to each other.
Okay.
But, alright.
What do you got?
The Midnight Game.
Ooh, I know this one.
Yeah. So, let's start with the premise of it again. Midnight Game is a ritual-style game in which the participants, or group, attempt to summon a supernatural entity often called the Midnight Man.
Midnight Man!
By performing a series of steps at or around midnight. Right? Once summoned, the entity is said to roam the house or a cold, dark space until a certain time, commonly 3:33 a.m.
Right.
That number has fluctuated, though, based off different... Well, I've noticed 3:33 a.m. is a very reoccurring time, though.
It's an angel number.
Yeah. And during that time, the participants must follow strict rules. Right. Whether that be... Well, they have to keep a candle lit.
Yep.
Avoid the entity.
Yep. Don't
leave the house.
Yep.
And don't fall asleep improperly.
Right.
Okay.
And he can only get you if the candle's out. So if it blows out, light it immediately.
Yes. So you risk losing, which in the legend means terrifying hallucinations, possibly forever, paralysis, or sometimes worse.
Yeah. He'll torture you until you either go crazy or die. Yeah.
The variation accounts describe if the candle goes out and is not relaunched within 10 seconds, or if a rule is broken, Midnight Man can harm the player.
Yes.
So these are the alleged origins of Midnight Man. They trace the ritual to basically a creepypasta.
Yeah.
Right? Which is internet urban legend type shit, rather than documented historical occult practice.
Right.
According to some versions, it's claimed to be an ancient pagan ritual used as punishment for those who disobeyed laws of their religion. But there is
an ancient pagan ritual.
Yeah, there is no scholarly verification of pre-internet ritual roots. So
right,
take that as you take it.
Right, and there's no real reward for this one either, other than surviving.
No, yeah, it gained popularity as a challenge or dare in sleepovers, college houses, or horror communities. Its specific rules: 22 knocks, midnight start, candle, salt. Seems pretty standardized. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So let me talk about the setup. If you want to play, you do this in a house.
We don't condone.
Honestly, I don't think this thing will do shit. I'll probably do this. You do this in a house where you can stay up until 3:33 a.m. with no interruptions. You can't have, if you have a cousin coming home at 2 a.m. from work, don't do it there.
Right. Don't order DoorDash.
It's got to be 0 interruptions all the way till 3:33 a.m. You're going to need a candle, matches or lighter, salt, piece of paper, and your own blood that you can drop on the plate.
You can't use someone else's blood.
Can't use someone else's blood. Got to use your own blood. If there's more people playing, they all use their own blood. For the paper. At exactly midnight, you're going to knock on the door. The 20-second knock has to be at midnight, so you should start before midnight and time it so that your 20-second knock is at midnight.
Right.
Then blow out the candle, right? You place the candle on top of a piece of paper with blood. You close the door. This summons the Midnight Man.
Yes.
Then you're going to light your candle.
And do not let that thing go out.
So basically, once the game begins, you must keep your candle lit. If it goes out, you must relight it within 10 seconds or run to a circle of salt. You have to have prepared that previously. So if you're listening to this while you're playing the game, I hope you listen to the full thing before you start. So anyways, run to your circle of salt. Do not leave the house. Do not fall asleep. Avoid Midnight Man's presence. So if you see Midnight Man, avoid him.
What does he look like?
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
No one knows. And then you cannot turn on the lights.
Okay. Because your only source of light is your candle.
Only source of light is your candle. You will lose if you turn on the lights.
Okay.
When 3:33 a.m. hits, the game ends. If you survive and you fail any rule, the legends say you might face extreme consequences, which would be the hallucinations, being trapped in a nightmare type shit, paralysis, etc. So let's talk about the psychological and folklore analysis of this game, right? So, much like other Shadow games, the Midnight game plays on isolation, darkness, fear of the unknown, and the brain's propensity to fill in the blanks, right? So
you're wandering around in the dark, it's going to see shit.
Once again, that face-making thing that I was talking about before.
Yep.
And kind of like that imagination ability.
Yep.
Right? So the ritualistic steps, blood drop, candle, salt circle, give it dramatic framework, which increases expectations of fear, thus amplifying the subjective experience. Now, the salt is commonly used for warding spirits.
Yes, we've seen that with multiple cryptids, we've seen ghost hunting.
Yes. The candlelight, it's natural fire.
Yep.
It's supposed to keep things away too, because that's supposed to be like one of like anything that like is man-made.
Yeah.
Is supposed to drive.
Freaks out natural spirits.
Yeah, it freaks out natural spirits. And then the blood is to give it kind of like that creepy like pagan ritual thing.
Right.
It's almost like a blood sacrifice type deal, but it's it's creepypasta.
Gotta put blood in it.
You gotta put blood in it. So since the game is done at night, alone, or with minimal company in the dark, the environment is already primed for anxiety. Candle flicker, shadows, odd noises all contribute to it psychologically. The online myth reinforces it. People shared the "I heard footsteps, I saw a figure," which builds more of a legend and fear for new participants. Right? So firelight, as we know, is different than regular lights in the house. Right. So with fire moves. It's a bit more sporadic and unpredictable.
Right.
So it's going to cause flickering lights, weird shadows, moving shadows. You're going to see things that you would not normally see, right? Now, does that have any form of supernatural, presence to it too? Because we see with a lot of like ghost hunting stuff, right? all of those environmental random changes are a way that we see spirits communicate. Right?
They say when a candle's still, there's something keeping it calm. When a candle moves a lot, something's playing with it. So
there is a little bit of not that it was intended.
Right.
Not that it was intended.
Just spiritual connection.
But spiritual connection involved in this. And you see this with a lot of these games. There is spiritual connection involved. Mm-hmm. Even though it's not found the right way.
Right.
It is still there. So when you attempt to contact a spirit, most of the time, it seems like you will get something.
Yeah.
Right?
Some way or another.
Some way or another. Is it what you're looking for? Not at all. Probably fucking not. There's trained professionals, trained professionals, train themselves. They make money off this. That say they can contact specific people and get fooled all the time.
Yeah.
So, take all these with a grain of salt, because when you pick up the phone and make the call, you do not know who's going to answer.
Yeah, you're never calling a number. You are just straight up going out into the void. And that's the biggest thing that we found when we do our own ghost hunting.
Yeah.
Is you'll get things that come through that point you towards somebody, right? Things that you're like, how does anybody else know this? Like, this is uncanny.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, how does anyone living know this? Doesn't mean somebody on the other side didn't go, this is what they need to hear.
Yeah.
Then they're going to trust me. And it's somebody that's trying to kill you or take your soul or torture you or anything else. There's no way of truly knowing.
Yeah. There's no way of truly knowing motivation either, but we see motivation, sometimes negative motivation from spirits.
Yeah. So. And part of that comes from the only thing that you can trust completely is your own gut. Because a lot of one of the biggest rules in of the spirit world, so to speak, is energy. Yeah. So putting out negative energy is coming from something that's evil.
If it don't feel right, it don't feel right, it probably ain't right.
Yep.
And the more you try to convince yourself that this is my grandma,
right. So if you think you're talking to grandma but you're feeling uneasy about it, it's probably not grandma.
Yeah.
If you're talking to grandma and you feel at peace and comfortable and happy, it might be grandma. And if it's not grandma, it's somebody at least that's coming through to you for a good reason.
Yeah.
So it might not be grandma, but it might be somebody else that just wants to talk and they pretend to be your grandma because you'll talk to them. But it might not be a demon trying to fuck your life up. It might just be somebody who's like, well, you want to talk to your grandma? Well, I was someone's grandma one time and they don't try to talk to me, so I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But yeah, so that is pretty much it with that.
Okay. All right, I got one here for you called the Dark Reflection Ritual. Okay. So, this game is played with a mirror, as with most games.
One mirror.
And so what you're going to do is you're going to find a mirror. The older the mirror, the greater the risk, but the greater the reward.
How do I find a mirror?
You just get a mirror. Go to an antique store, pick any mirror. It could be a hand mirror. It doesn't have to be a wall mounted mirror. It could be any kind of mirror. You can play with a hand mirror. Yeah. But again, like I said, the older the mirror, the greater the risk, but the greater the reward.
Can I make a new mirror out of old material?
Yeah, but it's going to be a brand new mirror. You're going to get that much out of it. So, here's how the game's played. You're going to go take your mirror and put it somewhere in the house and wait till sundown. And at sundown, you're going to look your reflection in the eyes for 3 seconds. Now, you can play this game with friends. If you're playing with friends, you take turns. So, you look in the mirror for 3 seconds. That's your own reflection. Then you lean in and you breathe on the glass so that it fogs up. Mm-hmm. If anyone else is playing, then they take their turn. They look in the mirror, at the reflection for 3 seconds, breathe on the mirror so that it fogs up. Doesn't have to fog the whole mirror up. You just have to leave a breath mark. And that's what connects you to the mirror now. Your breath is now connected to the mirror. Once everyone has gone, you light a candle and you hold it against the mirror until it leaves a black mark. That's to agitate the energy that's in the mirror. It's a catalyst. Yeah. Like with any chemical reaction, right? Flames, what gets things moving. Once you have a black mark on the mirror, you blow the candle out and you break the mirror and run.
You have to break an antique mirror?
So basically now what happened is now that you've broken the mirror, you've released all of the negative energy that mirror was holding on to. Yeah. So with this game, just like the age heightens the risk but heightens the reward, the amount of players will, less players means higher risk and higher reward. More players divvies up the amount of energy, right? So if there's just me playing, I'm taking the brunt of that negative energy for the rest of the game. If there's 20 of us, we're all taking 1/20th of it, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to book it the fuck away. You can run as far as you want. You can go anywhere you want. You have to survive all night because this game starts at sundown. So this isn't a midnight to 3 a.m. game.
Yeah.
This is the sun sank officially at 8 p.m.
And we needed to come up
We've got to wait till sunrise.
Yeah.
So now the rest of the night, that negative energy that was trapped in that mirror is going to chase you and is going to come through to you as bad luck. And the bad luck's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse the more it catches you. So first it might be you'll trip. Then it might be your shoelaces won't tie properly. Then
so
it
it's
might
like
be
voluntary Final Destination.
Kinda, yes. Then it'll become you'll blow out a tire. Then it'll be your engine won't turn over. Then it'll be a deer tries to run you off the road. Then it'll be you might get hit by a car. And it gets more and more dangerous and more intense as it continues, as more and more of the bad luck from that bad energy from the mirror finds you.
Yeah.
The only way to defend yourself from the mirror is to hold your breath. Because that's how it finds you. Is from you breathing. Because that's why you breathe on the mirror. So basically what you do is you run like hell. Some kind of bad luck catches up to you. You trip. You hold your breath and you run like hell again.
Yeah.
To get as far away from where it caught you. You can't hold your breath anymore. You start breathing. It starts coming after you again. You just keep going and going and going until hopefully you can survive long enough. Like you can get away far enough from the bad luck so that not enough catches you to kill you before morning. So the failure of this is you didn't make it to morning, the bad luck got to you, and some kind of bad luck befell you enough that you fell off a cliff, got hit by a car, forklift accident,
hit by a shark,
bitten by a shark, whatever.
Bit by a land shark.
Right. The reward for this is if you make it till morning, the sunlight purifies all of that bad luck, and you will have good luck for 1 year for every year of that mirror's existence. So an antique mirror that's been around for 200 years, you will have good luck for 200 years. So, assuming you would live that long. A mirror that you made today, you'll have about a day's worth of good luck. But it's good luck to the point of winning the lottery, the woman of your dreams will fall in love with you, you'll get a brand new car, someone will pull through sickness, you'll never get sick again, you'll never go hungry again. Like it's like your life is now perfect for as long as that luck carries up. And then it's not like you get to the end of it and suddenly your luck turns bad. You just, the magic wears off and life goes back to normal. But you still get to keep all the shit you did. Yeah. So, this is one of those, like, the risk and reward kind of are on the level if you think you can handle it.
Interesting.
So, I think the smart thing would do is maybe get a mirror that was sold at Five Below like 4 or 5 years ago.
Bullshit,
doesn't have a lot of bad energy in it. You only have to survive till morning.
Dude, stop being a pussy about this.
Thinking you get a 4 or 5 years of good luck out of it?
I'm breaking into the fucking loo, and I'm fucking taking that fucking 5,000-year-old mirror, and I'm gonna live for 5,000 years, because I'm gonna be one lucky motherfucker.
You're gonna have to hold your breath for a long time, because that amount of bad luck is gonna kill you quickly.
Fuck no. I'm lucky as fuck. I'll bring a 4-leaf clover with me. Dude, I would bring good luck charms.
Well, that doesn't say anything about good luck charms helping or hurting you, so I don't know.
Well, if good luck charms help give good luck and I'm getting attacked by bad luck, I would just kind of load up on much good luck as I possibly can.
I would just practice breathing exercises to hold your breath longer.
Bro, there's no way you can hold your breath till fucking morning. That's not gonna happen.
Obviously, but you can do it in stints.
Now, when you exhale...
Immediately finds you. Well, not immediately finds you, but now it's like, it knows.
What if I were able to contain my exhales? Right? So, like, I was, like, breathing into, like, some type of, air recycling.
It knows you're breathing. That's how it finds you.
Yeah, but it's recycled
your
breathing.
lungs have moved. It's coming for you.
I don't know, man. I don't know. What if I were able to stop breathing and get some type of, like...
breathe through your ass cheeks like a
turtle? But, like, do some type of, like, blood dialysis so that my blood cells get oxygenated without breathing.
In theory, you wouldn't be able to find you, so you'd be okay. But I don't think you have the ability to do that.
If I'm a billionaire and I want to live for 5,000 years...
But you're not, Charlie.
We'll give it a shot.
You're Charlie McCann.
Well, guys, start donating money till I get $1 billion, and we'll test this thing.
Yeah, donate to our coffee so that Charlie can buy a mirror.
So I can buy a mirror.
What do you got next for us?
Okay, the pencil game.
Charlie!
Yeah.
Of course you're covering this one.
I know. I had to. So this game involves balancing one pencil on top of another, forming a cross or an X. It's placed over a piece of paper, which is sectioned into quadrants.
Right.
And you'll have opposite corners say yes, and opposite corners say no.
Yes.
And basically, you ask something aloud like, Charlie, Charlie, can we play? Or Charlie, Charlie, are you there? Or something like that.
Right.
And you're going to watch to see where the pencil moves. If it moves to yes and yes, that's yes, you can play.
Right.
If it goes to no and no, Charlie doesn't want to play.
Right.
And basically, you have to kind of listen to Charlie for this. So if the pencil moves towards yes, right, the entity called Charlie, in many versions of it, is considered present and willing to answer further yes or no questions. Now, as we just spoke, you're not actually talking to an entity named Charlie. You're probably just reaching out.
Giving a name to the entity that's talking to you.
Giving a name to the entity. And this is kind of a very loosely done one, too. It's all based off of the balance of the pencil. Right. So you can say there's a lot of, randomness in there, wind, breeze, temperature. But also you could have just placed the pencil down wrong and it can go to yes or no. Right. But it's a very simple way when we get into ghost hunting. It's like an introduction for ghost hunting type shit. Or communication with spirits. So if the pencil moves towards yes, the entity called Charlie says yes. If it moves toward no, he says no. Right? The game traces back to Spanish-speaking cultures under names such as Hugo de la Pizarra, right? Which is literally the pencil game or pen game.
Okay.
Right? And some articles identify modern Charlie Charlie variant as a virtual phenomenon from around 2014, 2015, rather than ancient tradition.
Right.
There is no Mexican folklore with a demon named Charlie.
Okay.
So, that being said, the name Charlie, like we said, is just kind of,
placeholder.
Yeah, placeholder. Reddit carried it through, and here we are today.
Okay.
So how do you play? Right? As I just said, very simple. You're going to get a piece of paper on a flat surface, draw one vertical and one horizontal line on it.
Right.
You're going to divide it into quadrants. Two opposite quadrants are going to be yes, and two opposite quadrants are going to be no. We're talking diagonal. Don't set it up wrong. Don't be a dumbass. Set it up right.
Put yes and yes and no and no.
Yeah.
It won't work.
Won't fucking work. Won't fucking work. All right? So you're going to take one pencil. You're going to lay it flat on the horizontal axis. And the other one, you're going to lay it on top of that pencil on the vertical axis so it's balancing.
Right.
And basically what's going to happen, you ask Charlie, Charlie, can we play? And if it starts moving towards yes, that means you can play.
Right.
And something wants you to ask it yes or no questions.
Right.
Or if it points to no,
we're not playing.
Something's probably looking out for you.
Right.
Stop talking, it's dead.
Yeah.
Or your shit's fucked up. But either way, that's how it goes. And then to end the game, you have to say, Charlie, Charlie, can we stop? And you wait for a yes response.
What if it says no?
If it says no, you have to keep playing.
Oh, boy.
And that is mainly, once again, this all depends on, the spirit you get, and the spirit you're talking to. And if it says no, it might be pissed off at you and doesn't want you to leave, all this shit. And the suggestion it says is to keep playing, right? Until eventually it says,
yes,
you can leave, right? And that's just not to leave any bad juju behind.
Right, because you always say goodbye in any kind of summoning game. Yeah. Or even in just communication. You always break the connection by saying goodbye.
Yeah. You should always, it's a good thing to do because you don't want to drag anything with you.
Definitely not. Close the door.
And since you're doing a thing with only yes and no responses like this, it's the best thing to do is just wait for the say you can leave.
Right.
But yeah, so it's a very simple Ouija board type game. But it's cooler than a Ouija board because you're not relying on your friends to move the thing to the thing.
Right. And fake it with you.
Yeah. You're actually just relying on the environment to give you yes or no answers. It's better in a room where there's airflow. There's some environmental factors that might change because you want those stimulated changes. Because that will
move the pencil.
Yeah, that'll be your driving force, right? Obviously, don't have a fan on next to you. Right? Because it's going to keep saying no.
Or just spin.
Yeah, or just spin. But, it's I don't know. I thought it was a cool game. So rather than a spirit pulling it, movement typically explained by gravity, instability, and subtle external influence. But as we just said, subtle external influence is kind of the basis for
It's what you need.
Communication. You want subtle external influence.
Yep.
Yeah. So supernatural framing here. These are some of the risks that kind of go to this. Summoning a demon or spirit named Charlie. Some religious or moral commentators have warned against it as opening oneself to unknown spiritual influences, right? Which is true. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't open yourself up to everything and allow things in.
Right.
Right? But communication generally isn't as dangerous as most people think.
Right.
As long as you're not...
As long as you follow the rules.
As long as you follow the rules with it. And on the social side, the game has become a viral like internet meme thing, with teams filming the reactions and making it part of a game, part performance. While it's physically harmless for most, it can induce fear, anxiety, and sleep disturbances for some participants, especially in low-light, isolated settings. And it basically says don't bully your friends into talking to ghosts. Which is true. You should not bully.
You shouldn't
boil your friends either. But you definitely should not bully your friends into talking to ghosts. No. If your friend doesn't want to fuck around with spiritual shit, that's perfectly fine. He's going to live the rest of his life very fucking happy he didn't talk to the strange dead guy outside.
Yeah.
You know? No. And you should respect that.
Yes.
Let him live that way. It's perfectly fucking fine. But yeah, that's about all I have on this. It's not an ancient game, really. It's just, but it's what it is.
Okay.
It's a way to talk to ghosts.
All right. So then I now have Sugiura.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's Japanese. So this one is known as the Crossroads game. So what you're going to do is you go to a 4-way intersection at night. You stand in the center.
Yeah.
You take a comb and you run your thumb along the comb 3 times to make it sing. Once you've done that 3 times, you're going to hide your face and wait for a stranger to appear. When a stranger... If you keep your face hidden while a stranger approaches you, they will tell you your fortune.
Yeah.
That's the whole game.
Okay.
So it's just to try and get your fortune told by a stranger. Strange entity.
Bro, dude, you just go any homeless dude. Tell me my future. Okay.
So there's no.
What's my future? You're gonna empty your pockets. Oh, fuck!
There's no real risk or reward to this one.
This is a robbery!
Yeah. Your future, you will be robbed in the next 5 seconds. What? So there's no real risk or reward to this one, other than that your fortune may or may not be good. So it's said that sometimes some people get their fortune told and it drives them mad because they're told you will die in a car crash, and then they refuse to ever be in a car ever again in their life, and then they get hit by a car because they were walking everywhere, and there's your car crash and stuff like that. And there's no way to fail this one in a catastrophic way. You just, if you don't have your face hidden, the stranger will pass you and not tell you your fortune. So you can just mess up, but you can't get possessed or murdered or eaten or taken away or anything else like these other games can. So yeah, it's a pretty simple one. This one's a safe enough one that I would consider doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the most dangerous one, actually.
Because of the intersection?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's the one where somebody can actually run up to you and rob you. It's the only one you just...
Okay, this is the safest from a spiritual standpoint.
From a spiritual
Probably
standpoint.
the most dangerous in
I was
a real
gonna
life
say, this
standpoint.
seems like the fuck. I just picture AJ at the intersection of a highway with his hands over his fucking eyes. How did he die? He was trying to get his fortune told.
And he got hit by a motorcycle.
At the intersection and was hit by a drunk driver. He didn't see it coming? No, he was standing there covering his eyes. It was part of the game, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah, good point. All right, yeah, the high risk one in this one from the living.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this right away. Don't try this one.
Oh, this one you don't condone.
Do not condone this one at all.
Oh, gosh.
You should be much more afraid of fucking around with the living than the dead, in my opinion. So, do not play this fucking game.
Yeah, stay out of the intersections, kids.
Okay.
Don't play in traffic.
All right.
Next.
So, this one, I'm just going to use some explaining, but this is called the triple mirror game.
Okay.
Right? So, this one is a mirror ritual game in which you arrange 3 large mirrors and a lit candle. And then you're going to need salt lines across a threshold, right? Or any thresholds in the room. So windows and doors and closets and things like that. Thresholds you're going to have to do salt lines across. Right? Optionally, the other ritual style says you kind of like use like props in the room too to like kind of block threshold. It's just dumb shit that they wrote.
Block the windows and doors.
Yeah, block the windows and doors. Salt is actually the one that makes the most sense to me. Yeah. So the goal is to see something unusual or spiritual or a ghost in the third mirror. Okay. Right? So after opening the ritual, you have to cover the mirrors in a particular sequence, extinguish the candles, and sometimes store the mirrors or treat them as tainted for a period of time in order to not have
bad things happen.
Okay. So let me tell you the setup for this. So you need 3 large standing mirrors, right? 3 cloths or sheets to cover the mirror with afterward. A white jar / candle with matches or a lighter to light it. And you're going to need lots of salt for threshold lines. And let me just say, use a lot of salt for threshold lines. You don't want to fuck around here.
Don't half-ass your threshold lines.
Don't half-ass it. Use your salt, whatever. And then you're going to need a dark, quiet room with at least 1 door. Okay? So at night, you're going to shut off the lights.
It has to have a door or else you won't be able to get in the room.
It's got to have at least 1 door.
Yeah. Can't have 0 doors.
You can.
How would you get in?
Gazebo.
Is that a room?
Kind of.
You did.
All right. Sweet. So at night, you shut off the lights, cover the windows if needed. Actually, attics come up through a ladder.
Through a trapdoor.
Yeah, but you don't. It needs a real door. And then you'll see why in a second.
Continue.
Right? So you're gonna arrange the 3 mirrors in front of the door so that the first mirror, right, reflects the door. Right? The second one is going to reflect into the third mirror, and so it's going to connect the third mirror to the first mirror, right?
So the third mirror. So the first mirror looks at the door.
First mirror looks at the door.
Second mirror looks at the third mirror, and the third mirror looks at the first mirror.
No, third mirror looks at the second mirror. Second mirror looks at the first mirror.
Okay, so a door, mirror, mirror, mirror.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, and then you're going to stand next to the third mirror.
Okay.
Or not next to the third mirror.
You're going to look into the third mirror.
Look into the third mirror.
Okay.
And then you're going to be seeing the doorway.
Through the third mirror.
Through the third mirror.
Okay.
Right? So you're going to light the candle, step outside the mirror arrangement quickly, position yourself so you can see the third mirror without your own reflection in the first 2.
Okay.
Right? Okay, wait, hold on. I'm fucking up. All right, so gaze into the third mirror, look closely. And as the instructions say, when you're ready to end, you're not allowed to leave. You have to cover each mirror in sequence. But basically what happens when you look into the mirror, you're going to see something in the doorway.
Right.
And it's going to be either a ghost, a monster, or something. And when you're ready to stop, you have to cover all of the mirrors from third, second, first with sheets without stepping inside the mirror zone.
So they can't. So you don't reflect in the mirrors.
You don't reflect in the mirrors.
Okay.
Right? So you have to stay outside.
Right.
Stay outside so you cannot see your reflection in the mirrors whatsoever. Right? Which is kind of... Your reflection will be in the mirror somewhere at some angle. Right? But you cannot
be seeing
your reflection anywhere. Right? So once you finish doing that, you extinguish the candle in the center, turn on the lights, remove the mirrors, face them to the wall, leave them untouched for at least 72 hours in a few versions.
Okay.
After finishing, for extra caution, some say store the mirrors, possibly sprinkle salt in their surfaces, and don't use them for normal reflection purposes for some time. Right? Okay. So the origins of the triple mirror game are very murky. One article says the game cannot be traced to known traditional folklore ritual, but the earliest known citation is a 2016 article where the writer says they learned it from a psychic friend long ago.
Okay.
It appears alongside, other sleepover ritual games, and because of the recent internet appearances and lack of older documentation, many treat it as a modern urban ritual rather than a centuries-old tradition.
Right.
So, once again, for psychological and kind of folkloric analytics to this, mirrors have long been symbolic in folklore, portals to other worlds, trapped for spirits, Other means of self-reflection and divination. Using multiple mirrors intensifies the otherworld effect, right? So the arrangements of 3 mirrors, dark room, candle, salt creates a high anxiety environment, low light, flickering candles, reflections, expectations. That all equals right visual shit happening.
Crazy shit in your brain.
Yeah, crazy shit in your brain. The salt lines and ritual elements borrow protective banishing practices and folk magic. Salt barriers, as we see, super common. We've talked about that for fighting cryptids.
Right.
Salt barriers are just known in this community, this world.
Right.
Right. But yeah, so that effect that I was talking to, the Troxler effect, right? The basically staring into mirrors in dim light can trigger illusions of moving faces or altered reflections.
Right.
Because the game is framed as dangerous, one or more must not look too long to catch their attention. Increases the participant's fear, which also increases susceptibility to miss
shit in your brain.
Yeah. So the thing is with this one specifically, mirrors have historically have been tools, I guess, for seeing spirits.
Yeah, mirrors still freak me out.
Yeah, they still freak you out. So this idea of using 3 mirrors to intensify that actual effect is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And the whole idea behind it being dangerous is the better you can see the spirits, the better the spirits can see you.
Right.
So that's why they encourage salt barriers and shit like that.
Right.
Which makes sense. I don't know. I think it's an interesting idea. It would be cool to test out. So I might do that.
We're going to end up playing a couple of these shadow games, aren't we?
We definitely are. We're going to make videos about them too.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah. So it'll be fun.
This shit freaks me out.
Dude, this mirror one, it's not even like it's not like a shadow game either. It's just a way to, try to get closer to the spirit world. Worlds that we probably shouldn't be in.
Yeah.
But we'll take all the protective measures that we know as highly trained professional, self-trained as trained individuals, as individuals that are interested in shit. We will take all the precautions we have.
There's a lot that I don't fuck around with.
And we'll fuck around with it so that you don't have to.
Oh, boy.
Or at least I will. And AJ will watch me.
From very far away.
Yeah, but I'll do all these.
I'll do the Crossroads game.
Dude, I know you will. That'll be your fucking death. I'll tell you what, I'll probably do all of these, and I will just fucking let you know if any bad shit happens. Because a lot of these seem kind of bullshitty. And I feel like they take...
There's a handful that we can't, because we have to turn off our electronics to play.
Oh, yeah.
How are we going to film them?
I'll just do it and talk about it afterwards. Yeah, it's the best we can do.
I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Cool. Do you have another one you want to talk about?
I've got another one here. I've got the Hooded Man Ritual.
Oh, nice.
This one is a doozy. And you're going to like it. So, Hooded Man Ritual.
Yes.
You take a corded telephone and place it on a table in a dark, silent room. It's another game you play by yourself.
Okay.
And you're going to want to play by yourself because now you have to get naked.
What? Of course you would have this one.
So you get naked.
Why are you always trying to get me naked, dude? It's kind of weird.
Except for a watch. It's the only thing you're allowed to wear is a watch.
It sounds like it's something weird that you're into.
Let me get
it's like, the girls are hotter with socks on, and AJ's like, I want to see him with just a watch.
Oh, Jesus. All right. So you get ass naked, except for your watch, because you're going to need it, and you're going to sit at the table with the phone.
So it doesn't matter what type of watch.
Just got to
be a watch. Can it be an electric watch?
As long as you can see the time on the watch.
But it's going to be a dark room?
Shut up.
So it's got to be fluorescent. It's got to be fucking some type of glowing watch. Right? Because have you ever tried looking at a fucking watch in the pitch black and you're like, what the fuck? Like, I can't see that shit.
You don't need to watch yet, Charlie. Can I get through this?
Okay.
Thank you. All right. So you're sitting at the table, butt naked with a watch on, looking at this phone.
It's nice.
And you're going to count to 13. Once you get to 13...
The Rougarou's out. He can't play this game.
After you count to 13, you're going to leave your phone on the hook, and you're going to dial the number 204-968-88. And you're going to take a black string and tie it to the receiver and lift the handset up using just the string. Don't touch the receiver. Then, you're going to lift, once you've lifted the receiver up, you're going to dial the number 255-158-23. Count to 13 again, and then put the handset on the table. Then you're going to lean into the table and say, "Hi, I need a cab." Untie the string from the phone and tie a new black string onto the phone. You're going to go outside. Then you're going to see a black car running with its lights on. Hopefully you're playing this in the summer because you're still ass naked and I don't want you to freeze. Get into the car. You're going to lock the door.
All right, heads up. I'm not trying this game.
You're going to lock the door.
Yeah.
And you're going to fall asleep within 70 seconds. You will pass out.
Okay.
It's part of the game. Don't worry.
It sounds like just a way to get kidnapped. This doesn't seem like a real fucking game.
Once you wake up, check your watch.
Yeah.
If it's 3:30 in the morning, you can continue. If it is not 3:30, get out of the car, go back inside, burn all the string, and you'll be okay.
Yeah.
If it is 3:30 in the morning, the game will continue, and you'll fall back to sleep.
Yeah.
Once you wake up again, there will be a hooded figure driving the car.
Yeah.
And you will be driving through different dimensions. This is your reward. Just enjoy the ride and look at everything that the universe has to offer. When you are finished, tell the driver, "I have reached my destination." You will fall asleep again and wake up in your chair in front of your phone. Dial the number 200-082 and say thank you for the ride, then burn both the black strings. The game is over. So, this is just for a cool ride through dimensions while you're butt naked in the back of a black car.
I don't want to do this.
Now, there is a failure that comes to this. If you do not dial the numbers right, if you do not say thank you for the ride, if you don't get out of the car if it's not 3 a.m.
If you don't burn the strings.
If you don't burn the strings, or you attack the driver.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would, but it said if you attack them or attempt to see their face, like pull their hood off, try to lean into the front of the car, anything. The driver will grab you, throw you in the trunk, and you'll live there for the rest of eternity.
In the trunk?
In the trunk of his car.
Are there other people in the trunk?
Everyone that has failed or lives in that trunk forever.
It's a big trunk.
It's a fucking interdimensional taxi cab.
It's probably a huge trunk.
Probably like the Infinity Cube thing. So,
yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think you want to be trapped in a trunk butt naked with nothing but a watch on with other people that are butt naked with nothing but a watch on. For eternity.
The first time.
So yeah, I don't know why you have to be naked to play this game. I could not find an explanation about it anywhere.
Dude, this sounds like you're just calling somebody to come pick you up and kidnap you. I'll be real.
And none of these phone numbers are legitimate phone numbers. They don't have enough digits.
Did you? Oh. Yeah. And you need a corded phone.
Yeah, it has to be a corded phone. It can't be a cordless phone or a cell phone. So you have to find like an antique corded phone, and it has to be a corded phone that you can dial while it's on the hook. So it can't be one of those phones that, like, you know, when the phone is sitting on it, the numbers are underneath it. It has to be some kind of like phones on the cradle and the numbers are here. So this is pretty much outmoded. I don't know if you'd be able to play it at all.
Yeah.
So
I have to buy a phone for this. Yeah, I'm not gonna play. Mainly because I don't like the reward.
You don't want to drive through dimensions?
Not naked with some dude in a mask.
He's not a mask. You just don't know what he looks like.
All right.
He's got his hood up.
All right. Can I talk about the Sandman game now?
Yeah, hit me with the Sandman game. What's next?
All right, cool. So this is sometimes called Sandman or Sandman made of sand.
Sandman or Sandman, also sometimes known as Sandman, and another name is Sandman.
So this one, So this one's kind of also like guided hypnosis.
Okay.
Thing.
So it's also related to the other game called Sandman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just was making sure that was also.
But so there's two people involved, obviously. The central idea is through storytelling and touch, one participant is made to feel as if their body is filling with sand,
and the other one's full of man.
Very heavy, numb, or dead. So the goal is to induce a trance-like sensation of paralysis, vivid imagery, stimulating a mythic Sandman visiting and taking over the body.
Okay.
So this is how it's played. You need at least two people, the subject, the one being filled with sand, and the storyteller, which is the guide.
He's the one full of man.
Yeah, so optional, but seemed like it was really good having candlelight or dim lighting for atmosphere in a quiet room, because you need this to be really relaxing. It's hypnosis.
You need to get hypnotized, yeah.
Yeah. The subject lies face down or face up, relaxed. Procedure storyteller begins basically touching the arms, legs, back, repetitive motions to relax them, kind of like, you know, hypnotism works.
Reminds me of that like whole like there's an egg on your head and the spider's running down. Yeah.
Well, you know, so when you see like hypnosis things, they're like, are you going to start feeling gentle? Your eyelids are going to feel heavy, and it's like it's that kind of like walking, you know, your body
walking you through meditation almost.
Yeah, so for this one, you start with telling a story, typically about someone who was in an accident, died, or was turned into sand. So he was walking down the street when a car came out of nowhere, hit him, and his body fell to the ground, drained out the blood. Body grew cold and heavy, his bones turned to sand, right? You tell a story like that. It doesn't have to be exactly like that, but It's got to have those ideas of somebody dying and then turning into sand.
Okay.
Right? As the storyteller narrates, they touch each part of the subject's body with a rhythm, describing arms filled with sand, gently run their fingers down the subject's arms, every part of the body filled with sand. You talk about like that.
I don't want to play this game.
Yeah.
I feel like this is just you're going to be you molesting me.
No, but it's I mean, that's how you do hypnosis. It's pretty much that, yeah. As the storyteller narrates, the story continues and every part of the body has been filled. Finally, the storyteller says something like, "Now you're the Sandman made of sand. Light and heavy all at once.
Make me some sand.
You can't move."
You're the Sandman,
right?
sanding the sand.
So when done well, the subject feels heaviness in the limbs, tingling or numbness, a floating sensation, sometimes visual or dreamlike hallucinations if they're not fully awake. When the storyteller ends the session, they can reverse the story by describing the sand leaving the body or the person waking up again.
Oh, this man was hit by a car and his body turned not into sand.
Yeah. You could, but probably not make a joke out of it at the end because it can fuck with people. But this actually is supposed to... So let me just talk about the origins and I'm going to talk about how this actually affects people.
Okay.
Because hypnosis is kind of like a real thing.
Yeah.
But anyways, the Sandman figure originates from European folklore, a mythical being who sprinkles sand in children's eyes to bring them dreams and sleep.
There's also a bad guy in Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah. The bad guy version likely arose in North America in the mid-20th century, evolving from hypnosis and party tricks, campfire stories.
And Spider-Man.
Yeah, it spread in the same circles as light as a feather, like I talked about. And
the sand is pretty light.
Yeah. The earliest printed mention of it, Parlor Sleepover, seems to be in the 1990s urban folklore compilations through oral versions that existed decades earlier. So
folklore.
Jesus Christ. So, suggestion and expectation, how they affect the body, right? So this is kind of like just the basis of hypnosis. Sensory focus, repetitive touch and monotone narration, kind of narrow awareness, right? So it's similar to being, it's
you're
hypnosis.
You're hyper focusing on
hyper focusing. It's the whole premise of hypnosis, induction. That's the word. Cool.
Hypnotic induction. Yeah.
Yeah. So the ideomotor effect, right? The brain translates suggestion, so you're heavy, into actual physical sensation, right? So that's kind of how hypnosis works. Peer pressure and setting, dim light, quiet, and anticipation heighten suggestibility. So if you've ever seen like a hypnosis show, you'll notice that he tags people out. He'll get like a group up there and he'll like hypnotize some of them, people that seem more susceptible to it.
Right.
Because there is an actual effect where you will feel what the suggestion. Yeah.
Right.
There are people that will
can't let go that much to be hypnotized.
Now, this is supposed to basically instigate sleep paralysis.
Oh.
Which is the point of this. It's sleep paralysis mimicry. Some people even feel trapped, a fleeting but powerful illusion. The effect is so convincing that people often swear they were momentarily paralyzed or possessed by the Sandman's spirit.
So this goes from real innocent to really not.
Yeah.
I've had sleep paralysis before. Shit is terrifying.
Yeah. No, I have too. And
it's terrifying.
This is basically a way to like force people into sleep paralysis. It's a ritual about the symbolism behind it. It's ritual about death, sleep, and transformation disguised as a game. You die, you're filled with sand, and then reborn. So it's kind of like you get to that relaxing death phase. You filled with sand. That's when you go through paralyzed.
The horror of sleep paralysis.
The horror of sleep paralysis, and then you're reborn and brought back.
Yikes.
It's supposed to let participants experience morality and trust. The subject literally gives control of their body to someone else. Right?
I don't want to play this with you.
No. In folklore studies, it's classified as mock ritual or mortuary simulation game. Similar to light as a feather.
Mortuary stimulation?
Yeah,
does
stimulation.
Not sound okay.
No. So, though physically harmless, it can trigger panic, claustrophobia, sleep paralysis sensations. People with anxiety, trauma, or disassociation issues should not try it. Always wake the subject by reversing the story. Otherwise, they may feel lingering heaviness or unease afterwards. So basically, you get hypnotized. If they don't
break the hypnosis properly, you stay a little hypnotized.
You feel a little uneasy for a long time. Not for like ridiculously long time, but you're gonna have some lingering effects.
Okay.
Right. But yeah, no, I thought it was really cool because just like Light as a Feather, this is somewhat of a real one.
Yeah, because it is actual hypnosis.
Yeah, it is actual hypnosis.
I don't know why anyone want to have induced sleep paralysis though.
Why would somebody want to talk to Bloody Mary?
Fair enough.
You know,
why would somebody want to play the Midnight Man game?
Yeah, it's one of those things. Have you ever done that when you were like a kid and you make yourself pass out by like squatting 3 times and breathing heavy and then blowing into your thumb and then you fall over and black out?
No.
I did that.
I had Nickelodeon.
And you do black out.
Okay.
But
I knew those kids that used to be like, I can make my head turn red, and they go like really hard and then pass out. I wasn't one of those kids. I just knew.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You were you one of those kids?
No. Yeah. But
I don't know if this went around your school, but it was a big thing when I was in elementary school in Hardiston. Kids would squeeze their chin, and it would pop the blood vessels right here, and then you get a bruise.
Yeah.
It was so bad that our principal would walk around the hallways going, chin check, and walk into the hall, into the rooms, and anyone that had a bruise on their chin got detention.
That's funny.
Because people were just doing it. And they were doing it to each other, too.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
But, okay.
So I guess that explains my own question of why would you do this stupid thing? Everyone does.
Yeah, everyone does dumb shit. Everyone does dumb shit. We were talking about Scientology yesterday, so yeah, I would rather somebody do this than go to the Church of Scientology. So
yeah, fair enough.
Anyways, that's that.
All right, I got another one here for you.
Yeah,
this one's called "Don't Look Behind You." You failed.
Fuck.
So this game is played in a dark room, and it's basically red light, green light. But you are going to play with not only your friends, but with demons.
Squid Games.
Kinda.
No.
But worse. So what you're going to do is you're going to have your main player.
Yeah.
Is going to be at the edge of the room near the light source. And you're going to want to have a backup light source just in case your light source doesn't work. And you want your backup to work on a different way. So if you're going to use your overhead light in your bedroom, you're going to want to have a lantern that runs on batteries or a match or a lighter or something so that if the power goes out and you can't turn your light up above you, you've got another way to turn on your light.
Yeah.
Right? Same thing if you're using a lantern as your main light source, you're going to want a lighter as your backup because say there's something wrong with electronics in the area, you want good old-fashioned fire. So, then what you're going to do is you're going to make X's with salt on the other side of the room. Anyone that's playing with you is going to stand on one of those X's, and you're going to leave the empty X's for the demons. And then you are going to play red light, green light, essentially. Where you are going to pick a number to count to, tell everyone that's how long you're going to count each round, and then turn around. And everything's only allowed to move while you're counting.
Yeah.
You win by turning the light back on. It's a game of chicken.
Ah.
You lose if somebody gets to you. So, you want one of your friends to make it to you. Yeah. Because if one of your friends makes it, you all win together. If one of the demons gets to you, you lose. And you'll get possessed.
I don't like being possessed.
If you chicken out and quit the game before one of the demons touches you,
you lose.
You will gain a reward equal to how far you get the demons get. So if you do the first, like, I'm going to count to 12, and everyone's only allowed to walk as fast as a human can walk. So the demons are not allowed to be, like, lightning fast, like, across the room and kill you, right? They have to walk at the same speed as all your friends, but they have to, you know? So, you say you count to your first 5 and then turn around and then click on the light. You're going to only get, like, 55 cents collectively from all the demons granting you a wish. But if you go like 4 or 5 rounds and then it's like you can feel breathing on your neck and you bang that light on, you might get a new car. Or if you stuff it out long enough and one of your friends is able to grab you before one of the demons do, You all win together.
We should play.
I'd rather not. So, yeah, that's the game.
It's
red light, green light with the possibility of demonic possession.
Pretty simple.
No.
I'm really good at red light, green light.
I bet you are, Charlie.
I am colorblind,
but... All right, what else you got for me?
I'm really good at gray light, gray light, gray light.
I'm really good at light on, light on, light on.
All right, cool. I'm going to talk about Cat Scratch.
Cat Scratch, okay.
Yeah, not the show.
I love that show.
That was such a good show. This is a ritual-style sleepover ghost story game in which one person lies down, their head on another's lap, while the story is told about a cat, scratches, or a spectral feline. During the story, the victim is apparently unaffected, but at the end of the reveal, it is there's basically going to be scratch marks.
Okay.
On their back.
Oh,
right?
Jeez, okay.
Yeah. Basically, let me just talk about the requirements of this game real quick and how to play. So you're going to need at least 2 people, one to be the victim, one to be the storyteller. Others may sit around quietly if present. A quiet room. You're going to need dim light, minimal disruption, a pillow support for the victim's head in some versions. You basically just want the person to be comfortable.
Okay.
Right? So the victim lies on the floor bed on their back with their head in the lap of the storyteller on a pillow. The storyteller sits, however comfortable, and rubs the victim's temples.
Okay.
Or the sides of their head and neck. The storyteller then begins narrating a cat scratch story. Examples include a cat that died, then the new cat that's scratched, or a cat with glowing eyes, etc. Something that goes with whatever, but it's just got to end in cat scratch, cat scratch, cat scratch.
Okay.
Right? At the conclusion of the story, the storyteller stops, the rubbing and like breathing rhythm on the victim, and they're told to stand up, raise the back of their shirt, and reveal 3 scratches on their back.
Okay.
The game is typically done quietly with the expectation of something uncanny happening. The marks are proof of the ritual effect. So once again, this is not like an ancient one. They categorize it alongside other like urban legend sleepover rituals. It's got a few other names like Black Cat Scratch or the Black Cat, but the effect has physical marks. So there's the speculation that the marks either come from subtle scratching by another participant while the victim is distracted, or are psychosomatic, expectation driven.
So your brain creates red marks on your back?
Yes.
Can that happen?
Kind of, yeah. It can. So, like, bruises can form in your body.
Just because your brain thinks there should be a bruiser?
Yes. And bruises can also not form on your body because your brain doesn't think there should be a bruise there right away either.
What?
Yes, the brain's got some wild powers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it wouldn't be like so there's like reactive skin too.
Yeah.
So like me. My skin is super sensitive to pretty much everything.
Yeah,
so,
mine too. If I go like this on it, I'll have a line on it immediately.
Yeah, like when I get out of the shower and I'm bright red.
Right.
Because my skin's just, it's Irish skin.
Right.
So I'm more susceptible to like
psychosomatic stuff too?
Yeah, psychosomatic stuff like that too.
Oh.
So if I got hit by a car once and it knocked my shoes off my feet.
Really?
Yeah, I got knocked all the way across the street. But I was in such shock, my body didn't form a bruise anywhere on my body. No bruises whatsoever. There's a huge dent on the person's car, right? But just because I was in shock and so tense, did not bruise.
Did you bruise later when you actually was like...
No. Super weird.
Wow.
But it's all part of like reactionary stuff. So it is possible for stuff like that to happen. It's still like in like this weird medical zone where it's not quite,
understood.
Okay. But we know that you can get marks in your body just from your brain thinking that you should have a mark on your body. Your skin's not gonna split open and start shooting blood out.
But it's gonna have red lines on it.
But you can have like a red line on your body because your brain thinks that you
have a red line there.
Have a red line there. Yeah. So the victim expects that something should happen because everyone knows the story. The expectation can heighten perception of sensations tingling, scratching, subtle physical action. Because of the heading temple rumming distracts the victim, another participant could strike the person's back, causing a slight reaction there.
Okay.
Also, because the person's focusing on their getting scratches on their back, they could be shifting and scratching their back,
themselves by accident. Okay.
Something. It is pretty much a magic trick.
Yeah.
In my, the way I look at this. You're not actually summoning a cat. It's a little bit mix of hypnosis
mixed with psychosomatic.
Yeah.
Magical brain jargon.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a magic trick. The distraction, low lighting is all involved. The physical marks may result from actual light scratching, pressure from lying on something, or perhaps autonomic responses, which is what I was talking about before.
Right.
So skin reddening, raised hair, etc., lying on something, and purposely inflicted or psychomatic is part of the legend. So, yeah, very cool. There's not too much history behind this, but it is interesting how there is actual physical effects that can be seen when you do something like this. I feel like I picked a lot of them where I just saw real shit and I was like, oh, this could be real. Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then you look into like, oh wow, your brain can conjure scratches and bruises.
That's wild.
Yeah. Super cool. And it's basically just your body saying, oh, this area is
probably hurt now.
Oh, I got scratched 3 times on my back. We got to send shit there. And now your skin's red and 3 scratch marks. But super cool. I love real shit.
That's a cool one. Yeah. I like that one.
Cool.
So I'm going to steal the classic game from you because I'm out of things that you don't have.
Okay, cool.
And I like the closet game.
Yes.
So, the closet game. So, in this game, you're going to take a match, and you're going to step into a dark closet and close the door. You're going to say, show me the darkness, and light the match. Then you're going to start hearing voices behind you.
Yeah.
It's the whole game. So, the reward of this game is if you just chill out in the darkness and let them talk, they will tell you secrets. They will tell you your fortune. They will tell you things you're not supposed to know. All this other crazy cool shit. When you want to stop, you blow out the match and you leave the closet.
Yeah.
You can fail if you turn around.
Yes.
Or you leave the closet without blowing out the match.
Yeah.
If you do that, a demon will enter your home and not leave.
Nice. Yeah, I also said that when you conclude the ritual, you exit the closet, close the door behind you, and turn on the lights. Some say you must never again look inside the closet door without lights on. Because you pretty much summoned a demon to your closet.
Yeah.
And it's,
living there now. He's comfy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure do you have more on this one?
I do, a little bit. So once again, the exact origins are unclear.
Right.
This is not a fucking ancient thing.
They didn't really have closets in Mesopotamia.
Yeah.
I mean, they might have. Do you think they had closets in Mesopotamia?
I don't think so. I think the average Mesopotamia home was just a room.
Probably.
Yeah.
But the palace might have had closets.
I feel like that would be such a waste if you're building a house out of mud and straw and you're like, wait a minute.
We need a closet.
We need a tiny room in the room. Can't we just make the house bigger? No.
I don't want to see all of these animal bones that we're saving.
Yeah. But so there's a little bit of ritual in it. There's a little bit of fear of the dark and like confined space, so psychological aspects.
You're alone in the dark. You're gonna start hearing things because your brain's doing it to yourself.
So I've noticed with a lot of these, like creepypasta type, experiences.
Rituals,
yeah, they always latch on to fears. Right. So confined space, dark closet, alone, increases the feeling of vulnerability. Right. Participants often anticipate something supernatural will happen. This primes them to interpret normal sounds, floor creaks, breathing, house noise as paranormal.
Right.
Which, if you're expecting to hear
something, your brain's going to make it up.
Same
way that we find faces in the dark.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's part of that. Now, match lighting and waiting in the darkness act dramatic tension builders. You physically hold the light as your safety, which has been seen throughout history as light being the source of safety, fire being this man-made guardian from evil spirit. So it's got a little bit of ritual in it. The not turning around intensifies the fear because it suspends you looking, right? And it leaves more to your imagination, and it gives that threat of, oh, fuck.
Could be behind you.
Could be behind you.
Right. Don't turn around.
And from the ritual perspective, too, the closet becomes kind of a portal or a threshold, right? And the participant enters, faces darkness, calls for light, and then basically it turns a small confined space into a medium zone. And thresholds are common in all like paranormal shit.
Yep.
Like whether that threshold be a road, a doorway, a window, a cave entrance, a tunnel, anything that something spiritual could walk through, we take those and we protect them with things like salt and stuff. So thresholds are thresholds.
Yep. All right, what else you got?
Cool. Elevator game.
Ooh, I like this one.
I know you like this one. So the requirements: you need a building with at least 10 floors.
Yes.
And a elevator that travels directly through them.
Yes.
You have to be alone in the elevator.
Yes.
If anyone enters during the sequence, the ritual fails.
Yes, you immediately have to get off the elevator.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to play at night, ideally between midnight and 3 a.m. for better results.
Yes.
So here's the step-by-step process.
Here we go.
All right, so you have to enter the elevator alone on the first floor.
Yes.
Press the button for the 4th floor.
Yes.
When you reach it, do not get out. Press the 2nd floor.
Yes.
Then you press the 6th floor.
Yes.
2nd floor again.
Yes.
10th floor.
Yes.
Press the 5th floor.
Yes.
At this time, according to a legend, a woman may enter the elevator.
Yes.
Right? You're told not to look at her. Do not speak to her.
No.
Do not interact with her.
No.
Do not acknowledge her presence under any circumstances.
No.
Doing so is said to trap you in another world.
Yes.
We don't want to be in the other world trapped.
No.
No. So, while she enters, right, from the 5th floor, you're going to press the 1st floor again.
Oh, 10th floor.
No, this is the 1st floor.
10th floor.
If the elevator goes up instead of down, that means the ritual is working. I guess we have a different version of this.
Oh, yeah.
So if the elevator...
Mine was you're supposed to hit the 10th floor to go to the 10th floor, not
this one
you
is
hit the 1st floor and it takes you there anyway.
Yeah,
but okay.
Takes you to the
Either way,
10th
you're
floor.
going to the 10th floor.
Yeah. So if the elevator goes up instead of down, that means the ritual is working. You are being taken to the other world.
Yes.
If it goes down, you failed, and you can safely exit once back at the lobby.
Right.
When the doors open, you might find yourself in an empty version of your building. Lights may be dimmed or red. You may see a red cross in the distance or faint static. Electronics might not work. To return, you must repeat the same sequence in reverse and make sure the elevator actually takes you back down to the 1st floor.
Right.
When you exit, check carefully. If anything feels wrong, quiet, lighting off, no people, don't leave. Repeat the ritual again until it looks right.
Yes.
So this originated in Korea.
Yep.
In like 2008 to 2010. It later spread through Japan and Western paranormal communities. It's part of a genre of urban ritual legends, simple but high-stakes games meant to test courage or reality itself.
Right.
Some link it to older Shinto or Buddhist cosmology ideas of layered worlds, though there's no direct evidence, but they think that may have inspired it a little bit.
Right.
And yeah, so once again, it's going in through like that isolation, claustrophobia, sensory.
Being stuck in an elevator.
Yeah. Mechanical sounds of lice induces disorientation and mild trance states. Repetitive button pressing and strict rules mimic ritual structure, heightening anticipation. The possibility of someone entering primes you for the misrepresenting light shifts or reflections as human forms. If the elevator actually moves oddly, skipping floors, buzzing, fear amplifies and convinces participants it's working. In other words, it's ritualized panic.
Yep.
Right?
You're self-inducing your own fears.
Yes. There's a little bit of when you're so focused on this ritual too, and you press that 1st floor and it brings you up. It feels like the elevator's going up.
Right.
You can't already be disoriented after doing all this shit.
Right. Especially because you went Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. You're
and if somebody already walked in on the 5th floor, you've gotten to this part, and then you're like, oh, fuck. And the lady next to you is like, why is this guy being weird?
Why is this guy standing in the elevator like this?
Staring, sweating, pressing the button. And you didn't realize that since you were going up to the 5th floor, I think you go up to the 5th floor, right?
You go you go 10 to 5 to 10 again.
All right, so 10 to 5. If she walks in and presses 10, and then you press 1, it's going to go to 10 first, but you're not paying attention to her, so you freak out when it goes up to the 10th floor.
Yep.
I don't know. There's a lot of stars that could align to really fuck you up on this one.
Yep. And remember, you have to if anybody gets in the elevator at any point that's not this woman on the 5th floor, you got to get off.
Yeah.
So you're already worried about, like, someone's going to get on the elevator and fuck my ritual up. So, yeah, and if you screw the ritual up, you could be trapped in the other world forever.
Yeah. But
there's no real reward for this one. You just get to see the other world.
You just get to see the other world. It's like going to the back rooms.
Yeah. I don't know why you would want to go there.
No. But someone might. Whatever.
I'm going to steal 3 kings from you.
Cool.
Because we both have a little bit different information on this one, I believe.
Yeah.
So I'll give you my 3 kings and you can tell me the differences you got. So, 3 kings is played in a dark room as usual with some mirrors. So I know you said in your version there's only 2 mirrors. So the way I learned it, the way I read about it, is 3 mirrors. So what you're going to do is you're going to set them up in the room. So 1 mirror in the center and 2 mirrors on the flanks.
Yeah. You're
going to take some kind of personal object of yours, put it in the center in front of you, and then you're going to put a candle in the middle of the room. And you're going to light the candle. So basically what this does is you're going to summon 2 kings into either mirror on either side while you maintain eye contact with yourself in the middle mirror.
Yeah.
And as long as you maintain eye contact with yourself, you can talk to these kings and they will share their wisdom with you. Whether it's from their time, things that they know from the other side, things that they know about the future, questions you may have. They will talk to you about whatever you want to talk to them about as long as you continue to make eye contact with yourself in the mirror and not look at them. Once you're done, you blow your candle out, they'll disappear, game is over. If you break eye contact with your own reflection, you can have your soul stolen because something might move into that mirror.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I have a little bit different version.
Okay.
So, basically, the ritual designed to let you enter your own mind or meet your shadow selves.
Well, this is a totally different version.
Yeah, okay, so cool. It's a mirror ritual that takes the concept of scrying or self-reflection, right, to a psychological extreme.
Okay.
You perform this ritual at 3:33 a.m.
Okay.
You sit between 2 mirrors, a candle, and you're basically creating a symbolic throne room. The player sits as the king, while the 2 reflections, the queen and the fool, on either side of you, represent other aspects of their consciousness.
Oh, so the mirror, you're sitting like this with the mirrors here.
So you're the king, and you have the 2 mirrors next to you.
But are they facing you? Like,
yes,
so that
you can see in your peripheral vision.
Okay.
Right?
So you're still getting the whole peripheral vision of the mirrors.
Yes.
But now instead of you staring at something and seeing them like this, you're just looking this way and they're here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're going to represent aspects of your consciousness. Okay. Right?
So what you need, self and your bad self.
Yeah, so you need a dark room, 2 large mirrors, a chair, a small table, a candle, a bucket of water, and a towel for safety. I'll explain later. An alarm clock and a backup person. You need a partner.
You need a buddy.
Yeah, and an object of sentimental value. We're going to call that the power object.
Right.
All right. So the setup, you place your chair facing north, centered in the room.
Okay.
Right? This is your throne.
Right.
You are the king.
Okay? I am king.
You are a chair.
I am a chair.
Yeah. You're going to set 1 mirror on your left side and 1 on your right, both angled so that you can glance sideways and see a reflection in each.
Okay.
Right? But not directly in front of you.
Right.
Right?
They got to be here in your peripherals.
Yeah, they should be positioned to catch your peripheral vision, not your direct gaze.
Okay.
Place the table in front of you, about an arm length away, and put the candle on it centered.
Okay.
Right? Put your power object on the floor between your feet, so something of sentimental value, something that means something to you, right? And then you're going to place a bucket of water and a towel just out of reach in case you need to snap out of it later.
Okay.
Right? So it's got to be just out of reach from you.
Okay.
All right? You're going to leave the room, making sure everything is in its exact position. You have to go to bed by 12:30 in the morning. All right? So this is the game.
So you set it up, go to sleep.
Set it up, go to sleep.
Okay.
By 12:30. You have to wake up at 3:30. Set your alarm. You're going to go to your ritual room, bring your lit candle and power object with you.
Okay.
All right? You're going to sit down on your throne by 3:33 a.m., right?
So you have 3 minutes to get up.
3 minutes
to get in your throne.
To get up and get in your throne.
Okay.
Right? And that's important, and I'll explain why in a little bit. You're going to keep your gaze forward, not into the mirrors or the flame. You are now in the presence of the three kings. The queen, which is the one reflection. The fool, which is the other reflection. And you, the king sitting between them.
Okay.
From here, you may start asking questions aloud. You may hear whispers or answers that seem to come from the mirrors. Right? Never look directly into either reflection. Always keep your focus slightly off center. If your candle goes out, leave immediately.
Okay.
The darkness is not yours. Okay?
Oh.
You must stay in place until 4:34 a.m. unless things feel dangerously wrong. All right? The partner's role. So remember I said you have to have a partner,
yes.
right? You have to have a buddy. Your partner stays outside the door waiting with a phone and a timer. Okay?
Okay.
If you don't call out by 4:34 a.m. or if something goes wrong, they have to enter the room and call your name. If you don't respond, right?
You're dead.
They are to throw the water from the bucket onto you and get you out of the chair immediately.
Oh.
All right? The safety element reinforces that while the game is framed as paranormal, it's also a psychological stress test. Okay?
Oh, okay.
So
you gotta sit in there for an hour and 1 minute.
Yeah, or if he hears you like freaking out in there, he
Yeah.
comes in and throws the water at you.
Right.
And puts a towel on you and kind of snaps you out of it.
Right, okay.
Right? So the king is your conscious self. The queen is supposed to be your intuition or like emotional side.
Okay.
Right? And the fool is your darker impulses, fears, or destructive nature.
Okay,
So
your shadow self.
So you're asking yourself questions in a sense, and you're hearing the responses from the
other aspects of you.
Right? By placing yourself between the mirrors, you create an infinite regressive reflection, a visual metaphor for introspection and the multiplicity of self.
Okay.
Right? The candle, water, and time constraints all serve ritual purposes. The candle is for the illumination of truth. Water, purification or rebirth. 3:33, symbolic witching hour, halfway between 3 and 4. And the liminal time of transition. Many who've tried the ritual describe it as lucid dream-like trance. Psychological mirror rather than supernatural one. So from the psychological context, this game works like a guided sensory deprivation, right? So the low light reflection distortion causes that pareidolia, that effect, I can't say the word, but where you see faces shifting or move. Fatigue from waking up at 3 a.m., right? Makes the mind more prone to hallucination and self-suggestion.
Because you're going to bed by 12:30.
You're waking up by 3:30. At 3:30.
Right, so you have 3 hours of sleep now.
And you have 3 minutes to get in the chair and start.
Right.
Right?
So you didn't have really any time to wake up.
You're trying to instigate hallucination. Right? So you're trying to be in a half dreamlike state when you start.
Right.
Right? Sitting silently amplifies every flicker of the candle, echo of thought. Essentially, it's induced liminal experiences. That's what you're creating. A controlled hallucination and a symbolic framework. So it's another, like, you're getting real aspects from this.
Right. You're getting real brain
as much as you're feeling you're getting a paranormal experience, you're also getting a real psychological test.
Yeah.
Because that dreamlike state, there's chemicals in your brain that are still released, still doing their thing, sparking that imagination. And the whole point of you having that friend outside with the bucket of water
is to make sure you don't fuck up.
Get you out. To get you out, because you get woke up with it, shocks you back into reality. Oh, fuck.
Right.
You know? Super cool.
That's a way different version than I know.
I know.
Which is wild.
I like this.
I mean, both of them have the same aspects of learning of something from the mirrors, but totally different executions.
Yeah, one of them is, I think mine was more psychological. Yours is a little bit more paranormal.
Yeah.
I'd be interested in actually trying the psychological version of this. I feel like I'd be miserable the next day, but...
Do it on Friday.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
You have a weird definition of fun, dude.
What? Dude, honestly, like, who am I to teach people about this shit if I don't have the balls to experience it myself?
I guess that's a fair point.
You know, and I, personally, with paranormal things, I am much more afraid of living people than I am dead people, as
100%.
much as I think dead people...
Dead people follow a lot more rules than living people do.
Yeah. And, yes, there are
dangerous spirits
dangerous spirits out there, but
there's
there's
to protect yourself from them.
There's a lot more dangerous people than there are dangerous spirits that I will interact with.
This is true.
So, you know, why not try this shit out? You know? And if I get possessed by a demon, fuck it, it's okay. I'll live my whole life in some creepy dude's truck. Naked with a watch on. That's alright. I'll be that guy. I'll be that guy. At least I won't be like you getting hit by a car at an intersection.
Waiting for my fortune to be told by a hobo.
What do you do? Waiting for a fortune cookie? Beep, beep. And your lucky numbers are...
Oh, DZHVZY. That's a license plate. Yeah, that's what hit him.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Oh, that's it for Shadow Games, man. We talked about a lot.
Jesus Christ. It's almost 2 hours we talked about this.
Yeah, this was a good one.
It's too long.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out for this special. This was a cool one. If you're not already following us, follow us everywhere. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on TikTok. We're obviously on Twitch because we're there right now.
Yeah.
Find us on YouTube. Go check us out on Apple Music and Spotify and Amazon Podcasts. Anywhere you get your podcasts, we're there. We're still catching up to our live show, but we're uploading pretty regularly there. If you are interested in helping out the podcast, you can donate to our coffee. All the money goes right into more podcast stuff. Helps us get merchandise, helps us get hotel rooms, helps us get a bunch of other cool stuff like that. If you like movies, you can follow me on Letterboxd. I have a DNR list. If you like books, you can follow me on Goodreads. I have a DNR list. And I think that's all the important stuff.
Yeah.
If you're in the South Carolina area, I will be at the Conway, South Carolina UFO Fest on Saturday.
I will not.
Out. It's from 10 to 5.
Yeah.
Charlie will not, unfortunately, but he might. You never know.
Yeah. And, watch us on all our socials. And this one might come out as a two-parter. We might have to see that because it's like 2 hours long.
It's coming all out together.
You're going to do a whole 2-hour episode of...
Coming out on Halloween.
All right, cool.
So, if you're here watching it right now, I can't say if you didn't see it. But...
Yeah. Happy Halloween, by the way.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah.
All right, folks. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye.